Hello, welcome to Loka Hatha Yoga at home. Today we're going to be doing eye exercises. The eye is training just like any other part of the body. One challenge that we have is that when we look around, we tend to focus on an object, in the foreground or the background or something that we see. We're very easily distracted too. Sometimes something can fly by and we'll look at it. Controlling our eyes and controlling what we look at is an important first step in controlling also our reaction to what's going on and the way that we think and relate to our world. So what we're going to do today is practice moving our eyes around without looking at things. If you look up, you'll notice the ceiling if you're in a room, or the sky if you're outside. Then you might notice something on the ceiling. We're going to just look up. It's not a matter of letting your eyes unfocus or not paying attention to what it is that you're looking at. Simply observe that you are observing up. Looking down, you'll notice the floor or the ground, maybe our own legs and our feet, our chair. We're going to do the same thing. We're simply going to look down. We're not going to let our eyes unfocus. We're not going to not pay attention. But we are going to observe, you're observing. Just like when we watch our breath, and we notice that we breathe in deeper, or shallower, faster, or slower. We're going to look to our right. We're going to look to our left. Again, we're not looking. We're not paying attention. We are noticing that our eyes are attached to an object. What we're going to do now is keep our head fixed in a comfortable position. Well, there we go. And we're going to look up without moving our head. Then, as if moving around in a circle like a clock, we'll move our eyes to the 1 o'clock position. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And we're going to do this, and we're going to notice that our eyes maybe are not tracking smoothly. They jump around from hour to hour. We're going to experiment and see that this is more profound when we go to 12 o'clock, to 3 o'clock, to 6 o'clock, to 9 o'clock, to 12 o'clock. In this practice, you will try to be more gradual. 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock. Eventually you'll get even more subtle. Quarter hours. Eventually, you will become in such good control of your eyes that you can move them around smoothly. What we're going to use this for, however, is training also in observation. Looking in front of you, just pay attention to what it is that you're seeing. Perhaps a screen, since you're watching this on YouTube. Perhaps you notice the computer that's portraying the screen. Perhaps you even notice the pixels that are making the image. What we can do is we can pay attention by looking at how things change. Closer, further. I actually stayed in the same spot. I'm still on your screen. But the image changed, bigger and smaller. We interpreted it as being closer and further. Simply watching even the birds eating their food at the bird feeder, we can start learning how we interpret information. When we look up, we're going to notice not only that we're looking up, not only that things are there, that we are looking at them, we're going to understand what this means to us. We're going to reflect slowly as we look around ourselves. And eventually, as we look all the way around, we're going to notice where we are, what we're doing, and how we're interacting with our world. This self-awareness will allow us to make even better decisions on what we're going to do next. Now we know exactly where we are. I think we're about out of time today. Thanks for coming to local Hatha Yoga at home. Welcome to local Hatha Yoga at home. Today, we're going to do eye exercises. The eye is training, just like any other part of us. What we're going to do, however, is work on moving our eye and also moving our attention. We're also going to pay attention at the same time to what we're paying attention to. Start by looking up. When you look up, you may notice the ceiling. You may notice things on the ceiling. If you look up long enough, you'll start noticing very many things on the ceiling. If you look down, the same thing will happen. You'll notice the floor. You'll notice yourself sitting on the floor. Looking to the right, looking to the left. The eye ends up attaching to an object. We then end up thinking about that object. We find objects to look at. It's very difficult to look without fixing on an object while still paying attention. What we're going to do first is look up and simply notice that we're looking up and that we are finding things to look at. Just observe it, like we would observe our breath, breathing in and out, deeply, softly, fast, slow, shallow, deep, again and again and again, different. Then we're going to look to the right and do the exact same thing. And to the left, and down. And in a short YouTube video, we're going to move on to the next thing before we've even tried. But do practice, perhaps for 10 breaths, perhaps for 10 minutes, until you feel comfortable that you are looking at yourself looking. What we're going to do next is move our eyes. We're going to look up. We're going to look down, move our eyes in every direction where we want to. Pretend there's a clock. We're going to look up for 12, right for 3, down for 6, left for 9. Look at 12, look at 1, look at 2, look at 3. You'll notice your eye jumps around, and it's not a very smooth transition between 12 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Look up, go to 12:30, go to 1. It's smoother, but your eye's still jumping from object to object, even when there's very little to look at. We're going to practice going more and more gradually until we can get our eye to look exactly where we want it to without affixing to an object. 12, 12:15, 12:30, 12:45. So you can look all the way around, looking without attaching to form. One of the important things about this is that it allows us to then perceive ourselves. As we are meditating on what it is that we're looking at, and the fact that we're looking at it, what we think about it, we realize better where we are and how we interact with our environment. It depends very much on what we're looking at in the environment. So the changing our perspective of what it is that we're looking at can radically alter the way that we perceive how we are and where we are. For example, if you have a window, and all you do is you look out that window, your perspective would be much different than if you were just looking at a wall. So before this video ends, let's practice one time around the clock. You won't be perfect the first time, and even if you practice very frequently, you will not be perfect the first time. It's like flexing or stretching. You'll be a little stiff at first, but keep at it. See you next time.